Eggs are awful for you. If you eat eggs, your heart's gonna explode and you're gonna be fat because eggs have bad cholesterol, and then you're gonna die young because of eggs. Don't eat any eggs. Eggs are actually terrible for you. You can have an egg every now and then, but no. You can't have eggs in general. Who is saying these things? Have you ever because you've probably had somebody in your life who has just sat down and said, "Oh, eggs are bad for you. Don't eat eggs." I was eating 6 eggs one time, and my dad, he comes up to me because he always sees me eat eggs every single morning, and he says, "Sam, you do understand that eating that many eggs can be really bad for you." And then I asked him, I was like, "Where did you hear that from?" And he said, "From his doctor." And I was like, "Dad, have you seen your doctor?" You cannot just blindly trust people just because of a certain amount of years that they spend. A lot of the time when it comes to these sciences, okay, if there's anything you need to know about science, is that it's very contradicting. Eggs are not bad for you. They're not. You need to understand that eating eggs is not bad. In fact, really eat as much eggs as you can humanly eat. Obviously, there's a limit. Obviously, there's no duh. You shouldn't be sitting down eating. You should not be sitting down like drinking a gallon of milk every single day. There's a limit for you. Eggs is a food that has always been in my family. Like, we've always had eggs. There's not really a point that we don't have eggs. But it's always been like that kind of thing where, like, I always thought you can only eat it every so often, just simply because people always say stuff about cholesterol. And the more I began to learn more about science and medicine in general, the more I started to understand the science of cholesterol and why a lot of that stuff that they say about cholesterol is just simply not true. Because when it comes to cholesterol, people don't understand that there's 2 different types of cholesterols. There's good cholesterol and there's bad cholesterol, or HDL, LDL. LDL is the stuff that's inside your burgers. So before you sit down and tell me that eating eggs is bad for you, then you need to understand that obviously eating those burgers is just going to be as bad if eggs supposedly have this bad cholesterol. It's so funny to me that these people who say this stuff about eggs are the same people who sit down and eat these burgers and these really fatty foods from these fast food places. It baffles me, the fact that they think something like eggs is bad, but a burger is fine. I've never understood that concept. Eggs, the HDL is actually going to be extremely important for it's essentially it was like the building block of hormones in general. And for, as a young man, if you're watching this video, then it's going to be really important for your testosterone and the production of your testosterone. So eggs, obviously, if you live basically anywhere, eggs is like something that's always there. I'm talking about chicken eggs, obviously. Eggs is something that is affordable. It can be tasty if you know how to cook it. And then also it's just easy to make. Like, literally, want the easiest breakfast ever? Just crack open some eggs, put it on the pan with butter in it. Let it sit for a while, turn on medium heat, and then wait for it to cook. And then, you just kind of watch it, wait until it's not too snotty. And then put it on your plate. You're done. There, you have a breakfast. Like, literally took not even like 5 minutes to make. Eggs is one of those things where you can always find some way to use it. And, of course, besides the HDL, you're also going to be benefiting from a lot of the nutrients that is inside of the food. The eggs contain essentially every single nutrient aside from vitamin C, which I hope you're getting some sort of fruit source. You can already go get your vitamin C regardless. Eggs is also going to have like some of the highest quality protein. So let's think about it. 6 grams of protein per 1 egg. That doesn't sound like a lot, right? Eat 4 eggs, that's 24 grams. Eat 6 eggs, that's 36 grams. It adds up. Like the one egg, 6 grams of protein. That is honestly insane to think about. So what I used to do, which I mean I still like, I somewhat do it, but I kind of like eating other stuff in the morning. I used to eat 5 to 6 eggs in the morning, just simply due to, well, the days I wasn't fasting. 5 to 6 eggs in the morning, and I'd eat that with toast, and essentially I'm getting everything I need. I'm getting my carbs, I'm getting my proteins, and I'm getting my fats. The fats in eggs. Stop listening to people tell you that like the yolk in egg is bad because of the fats. If you're not eating the yolk, then you look like a moron. The yolk is where you're getting most of your benefit. It's just like how when it comes to milk. Milk is one of those things that you like, everybody always tries to get like skim fat milk or 2% milk or fat-free milk. The fat in milk is one of the best things about milk. Yet we continue to try and diminish it. It just baffles me that like the societal norms like that. Eggs, so now that I've spoken more so about like eggs, why you should eat them, you're thinking to yourself like, it's so crazy to me that like, I mean, eggs is like one example of many, that we have like this concept that is bad for you just because so and so says it, so and so says it. The best way to separate like whether or not it's true or not, look at the people who say this. Do they practice what they preach? That's one of the biggest problems when it comes to these medical practitioners, is the fact that they want you to follow all these things. They want you to follow like all these tips that they have. Yet they can't even practice what they preach. So many of these practitioners are fat and unhealthy. That's all I have for you guys today. Remember, stay hard.